full cards for both nights of Wrestle Kingdom are now set. I'm Matt Carlins, and this is just pro wrestling news for Wednesday, December 23rd, 2020. This update is sponsored by Fight Underground. Search for Fight Underground on Facebook and check out the new fight between Beastman and Justin Idol. Results from Tuesday's New Japan show, AEW Dark, and news from Impact Wrestling's Best of 2020 show are straight ahead, but first,
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
The cards for both nights of Wrestle Kingdom are now set. The final matches were announced during a news conference earlier today. Added to night 1, KENTA will defend his right to challenge the IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion against Juice Robinson. The New Japan Rumble will return with 22 wrestlers, and the final 4 moving on to a 4-way on night 2 to determine the King of Pro Wrestling 2021 holder. Night 2 will now see El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru defend the Junior Heavyweight Tag titles against Ryusuke Taguchi and Master Wato. That'll now be 7 matches on both nights. Last year, there were 11 matches on night 1 and 9 on night 2. One more note from the news conference, New Japan said 0 cases of COVID-19 infection have come from any of the 78 events it's held since returning from the lockdown. New Japan's final show of the year and the final stop on its Road to Tokyo Dome tour is being held this morning. We'll have results in our update tomorrow. Tuesday's Road 2 show saw KENTA, Jay White, and Gedo beat Kota Ibushi, Juice Robinson, and Sho in that show's main event. Staying in Japan, questions surround the final moments of a championship match at DragonGate's Final Gate show on Sunday. Open the Dream Gate champion Shun Skywalker appeared to legitimately knock out challenger Ben K with a forearm. Before the ref could assess Ben K's status, Skywalker quickly followed with 2 standing moonsaults into double knees. Then Skywalker added a pair of moonsaults from the top rope before scoring the win. Ben K was taken from the ring on a stretcher. DragonGate tweeted a brief statement Monday saying Ben K, quote, was diagnosed with a mild concussion. Ben K himself later tweeted that he's recovered, but will miss some time.
AEW.
An ultimatum for Christopher Daniels from his longtime tag team partner, Frankie Kazarian.
The next time you and I lose as a tag team, you and I are done as a tag team. Forever.
That clip from Tuesday's AEW Dark. SCU then challenged the Hybrid 2. Alex Gracia got her first AEW win on Dark. It was also revealed that she will be Hikaru Shida's opponent on tonight's Dynamite. Also tonight, the Young Bucks defend their AEW Tag Team Championships against the Acclaimed, and Chris Jericho and MJF take on Top Flight. A reminder that tonight's Dynamite is a late start for East Coast viewers after NBA basketball.
Impact Wrestling.
On Impact Wrestling, there was a news segment staged as another paid ad by AEW on Tuesday's Best of 2020 show. In it, Tony Khan invited Impact to send some of its wrestlers to Wednesday's Dynamite. Other news from Impact last night, it announced that its fans voted Knockouts champ Deonna Purrazzo as its Wrestler of the Year. Manik will defend the X Division title in a 3-way against Chris Bay and Rohit Raju at the Hard to Kill pay-per-view on January 16th, and the participants and first-round matches were announced for the Super X Cup tournament that's happening at the Genesis show, January 9th. It'll be Ace Austin versus Suicide, Daivari versus Cousin Jake, Crazy Steve versus Trey Lamar, and Casey Navarro versus Blake Christian in those first-round matchups.
WWE.
Just announced late Tuesday for tonight's NXT, Rhea Ripley versus Dakota Kai. Tonight's show will open with the tag champs Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch defending against Killian Dane and Drake Maverick in a street fight. WWE announced Tuesday that Sami Zayn's Intercontinental title defense against Big E on the Christmas Day SmackDown will now be a lumberjack match. Mance Warner confirmed to Wrestling Inc.'s Nick Hausman that he did ask for his release from MLW, but it's not clear when or if that will happen. Warner's last match for MLW was back in March. Tonight's MLW Fusion has the Opera Cup final between Tom Lawler and Low Ki. That's just pro wrestling news for Wednesday, December 23rd. Our next update comes your way tomorrow morning, so be sure to subscribe to this feed. We also thank you for your glowing rating and reviews. I'm Matt Carlins. Thank you for listening.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.